Alright, so we're ready to continue charging forward with Icebrood Saga. We're in the middle of Champions, and we are plugging away at these Dragon Response missions. We did Metrica, we did Harathi Hinterlands, and now we're on our way to Gandaren Fields, where destroyers are appearing outside of Lion's Arch, right? Lion's Arch has already experienced its share of troubles over the years. So hopefully we can help Marjorie over here.
We can, but we're short on people. Destroyers are focused on the fields ahead. If they take them, it's a straight shot to Lion's Arch. That can't happen.
And further ahead, Commander, at the Ascalonian settlement.
Marjorie, I told you to fall back and regroup near the gates.
And I told you that won't happen. I won't abandon these people because their livelihoods are strategically inconvenient.
No time to argue. Commander, help us clear the fields and get the survivors to safety.
Alright, yeah, so we got Javi and Marjorie here. We want to help them out. One of the things we can do is, let's see, help innocent civilians get to the bridge. So this is a case where instead of taking people, are they outside or inside? They're inside. Instead of taking people back to where we started, we need to take them to a different location.
Gonna need those reinforcements soon.
Oh, are they upstairs? I'm not going upstairs. I've had quite enough of that. Come on, Burton. Your friend in the bar is done. They're screwed. Let's see, he's putting out, I bet you putting out these fires is another one. Yep, put out fires. Well, that's super easy. We'll take care of that soon. And then kill destroyers. Maybe we get all three of these. We'll have to see how it goes. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna get some of these civilians killed here. That won't help anything. Come on, folks, to the bridge. Wait, is that the right bridge? No, it is the starting point. I was just thinking of the wrong bridge. Well, stupid. Alright, let's start running then. Everybody with me. In fact, you know what? Let's go super fast. That's alright. We're okay here. 248? Yeah. We're alright. That may not necessarily be true. That was a stupid mistake. We probably could have mounted up, actually. I bet you the civilians stay with you even if you mount. I don't recall for sure, though. Now, interestingly, there is a mission here in the open world, or a dynamic event, or whatever it is, that also involves putting out these same buildings that are on fire. And many of the fires are actually like in the exact same spots on the building and so forth. Alright, did we get our fires already? Good luck with that dragon fisher, you two. It's a weird thing, right? We only got... Oh, man, I must have let some civilians die last time when I was messing around with all those destroyers. We've only saved 3 civilians so far. We're gonna have to do better than that. How are we doing? Ooh, we only got a minute left, too. We may or may not successfully get all 3. It shouldn't be that hard to kill multiple destroyers. The question is going to be whether or not we get these citizens out of here fast enough. And whether or not I get any killed here. Where'd that guy go? Ooh, we got 30 seconds. Alright, let's see if they follow us if we mount. Oh, yeah, look at them run. Well, they run like the Dickens, don't they? Alright, we can probably get him back then. Otherwise, we're only going to get one morale boost. Alright, so we're going to get 2 of them. We're not going to kill enough destroyers, I don't think. We will just, yep, we didn't.
Destroyers on the move.
Just have to live with it.
They're swarming the Ascalonian settlement. Where are those reinforcements?
Fall back to Lion's Arch. You know we can't save everyone.
These settlers lost everything once already, Javi. This isn't what I signed up for, and neither did you.
Damn it! Vigil!
Wait,
reinforce the
where's
settlement.
Javi? Is she still all the way back here? Ah, she is. I saw the arrow and thought she was up ahead. It's been a minute since I've done these. I hate them. That's why it's been a minute since I've done them. Oh, good. Coden reinforcements. No. Well, there she goes. Alright, Javi. Let's go find our Coden reinforcements. Oh man, she's got a meteor fall like right on her head. Ooh, we are too if we're not careful.
We need to cut off those destroyer tunnels. Don't give them a chance to regroup. Feel the fury. I could outrun a centaur.
I don't remember where the master point is in this one. We'll have to, might be up there towards the top.
I won't go easy on you. That was close.
Wither.
I forget what the Codan offer. What do the Codan have to offer?
Time is precious. Like
Oh, they gave me a Codan hammer. We can try it for a second.
time to do some real damage.
No, it does a significant amount of damage, actually. Codan hammer looks pretty powerful. Maybe we'll play around with it for a few minutes. But it's only got the 2 attacks. Which could potentially be perceived as a drawback. But that auto attack's powerful. Makes you wonder why these Codan aren't doing a bit more.
Okay, if that's how you want to play it.
Still 3 out of 5. Man, these just feel long. Feel longer than they actually take, probably. Just, you know, if we're being perfectly honest, I think probably Dragon Response missions aren't that long. I mean, what are they? Around 20 minutes? 15, 20 minutes each? I know the first one was 17 minutes that I did. That's not terrible, right? Is that really like that much longer than you know, than a regular story instance? Like, probably not. But man, they feel just long as all hell. Probably because they're not that fun. Maybe that's part of the reason. Now, I will say one thing in the defense of these Dragon Response missions. They are probably better playing with, like, a friend or an ally or whatever than they are solo. My kid likes them a bit. We've done them together a few times. And that was a more satisfying experience than, like, what we're doing right now. Well, you'll get help in a second. This Kodan needs help too. So just chill out, Marjorie. Crazy Marjorie, man. She's, oh, look at another Kodan. Well, we'll leave the Kodan to it.
You'll regret this.
This one is Destroyer of the Great Bridge. So I don't remember. Like, I believe their names are relevant to, like, the first game and its lore. Okay, you know what? This hammer's not that fun anymore. But I don't remember what, like, Great Bridge would be in the reference to. I believe there was a story instance in the core portion of the first game where, there's something with a bridge, if I remember correctly. Although that wouldn't make a ton of sense because Primordius isn't an issue until... until Eye of the North. So I don't know why there would really be a thing with,
Feel the fury.
you know, in the core portion of the first game. I have no idea. It's probably in the wiki. Like, the wiki probably tells us exactly what that name is in reference to. Alright, we still got 2 more. If I can get another ice hammer, I would use it again for these. I didn't like it on that boss, but on these it would be a welcome thing.
Time to do some real wither. Feel the fury. Replenishing.
Maybe we can get one. The fact that I'm not, like, hardly talking about story stuff at all as we proceed through these is really emblematic of that whole problem that I've talked about several times already, which is that this part of Icebrood Saga really didn't give us very much. There's not a lot of story to talk about.
Time to do some real
Jormax says he's an ally. Ryland is sent forward as an emissary in that capacity, and we don't know what the truth is. We have a decision to make. Like, that's kind of it, right? They just didn't give us a lot. Kind of sad. Ah, these tornadoes, man.
We heal as one.
Tornadoes aren't just an inconvenience either. They do damage. So on top of the fact that you got to deal with being launched into the air, you also got to, take some damage out of that.
They'll have to hit much harder. We heal as one. I'll break you down. Wither. They'll have to hit much harder. Clear the air. I'll break you down. Feel the fury. More destroyers hopping up. Watch your feet and stay on the move. Destroyer reinforcements. Don't let them get the drop on you.
It is annoying to have to res these guys like kind of regularly, just to deal with this stuff. Be nice if that wasn't the case. Now, of course, you can do this without like the Kodan being alive, but it's better if they are alive, which means it's better if you res them, which means you are spending time resing. And I talked about the other res system earlier in Champions, but that doesn't apply to these minor NPCs, like this Coda and Ice Hammer here. It would be for I don't know what happens if Marjorie goes down, and I don't know what she's doing out there either. Oh wait, do we need to go out there? Oh, actually we do. That's what Marjorie's doing out there. So we'll see if she ends up getting down while she's up here and we're on our way. Then we'll see. But in instances, at least. Well, this is instance. So hopefully she would do that. Maybe we'll find out. Not for that Seraph.
Sweet, sweet fruit. Feel the you'll be doing that one for days.
Marjorie's actually doing pretty well, though. She doesn't seem to be in great danger of anything.
Feel the fury. Strength of the pack. Clear the air. Rip 'em up. You sick?
Where's Marjorie right now, though? Why am I all on my own here?
We heal as one.
Where's Marjorie and Javi?
Wither.
Oh, there she is. Man, wonder what they were back there doing. Look how late they showed up. Terrible. Terrible. I'm ashamed of them.
We heal as Michael.
Finally, just about done. We only have like 3 or 4 more of these things to go. Like, no joke.
I think that was the last one. We'll be back for now. Next time I give you an order, Jory, I need you to follow it. If we want to beat Primordius,
We aren't just fighting Primordus. When we win, we need to be able to live with the decisions we made. If we abandon the weak, what's that say about the world we're fighting for? What's even the point?
and if we all die fighting, those ideals won't matter. There's a line. We need to be on the right side of it.
And today we were. Primordus tried to surprise us. He failed. Good work, all of you.
You too, Commander. And thanks.
Yeah, I don't need that. Oh, we have extra dialogue from these two.
It's you.
Why Primordus target here instead of Lion's
You don't
Arch?
have to be a killer Crichton sleuth to see that this settlement is a more attractive target than Lion's Arch. Primordus causes destruction. It's his M.O. No better way to do that than set fire to the most vulnerable.
Alright, I mean, I guess. What were you doing here?
Taimi sent word this was a possible emergence point for Primordus's goons. We just got lucky this time. Well, not lucky, but you know.
I don't, actually. You just contradicted yourself.
I'm ready when you are. Let's not do that right now, okay? I mean, she's fine. We're fine. Fine.
Yeah, clearly not, since you're just gonna lash out all over the place like a crazy person. Javi, what's up? Swear by Raven's eyes, if Jory doesn't listen to me next time I give an order. You know what? I don't want to discuss that at all. Not even a little bit. How are things with the vigil?
After Dakar, I needed to get away from the marches. I went on a tour of vigil encampments around Tyria. Mostly a morale thing. I figured Larenthir would have come back by now. He hasn't. Never thought I'd be in charge for this long. But the days keep passing, and here I am. So, I'm getting used to it.
Nice. Master point. Mastery point. I don't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, it does appear on the map on this one. No. Is that right? Is that where it is? Must be. Let's head over there and grab it. We gotta remember to do these. You know what? After doing like all the dragon response missions in one afternoon, if that is in fact what I even do, I will be in no rush to do another one for a minute. I don't think I'm going back to get that one in Metrica today. Don't think that's terribly likely. Alright. What is next? We still have Primordus doing Primordus things. Basically no advancement of the story. Let's see if we get a little bit of that now.
Hey, Commander. You sure we're not punching Frost Legion?
Not unless they do something that crosses the line again. Not to mention, the destroyers are getting worse.
Guess fighting on two fronts isn't the best plan. Let me know if you change your mind. Or if Aurene has any news.
Okay. Aurene. Any insight? Anything that might move the storyline?
As bad as we were afraid things could get, they're worse.
Jormag's been tapping at the window, so to speak, to get my attention.
What do they want?
Jormag loves to talk. I'm sure you've noticed. And I like talking to them. Maybe too much. Best not to answer.
I don't think Jormag's the ignore them and they'll go away type.
No, but easier to stay on guard with my champion beside me. All right. Let's see what they want.
Millennia with no one to talk to. I finally find a worthy interlocutor, and now you won't answer. You wound me, Aurene. Surely you too crave more stimulating conversation than mortals can provide. Unless... Oh, dragon of crystal and light. Do I intimidate you?
I promise you, that's not it.
You want Aurene on your side. Why?
You face the least of what Primordius will bring. The death and destruction will make mortal wars seem as dreams. So Primordius has to die. And when he is dead, I will be free.
So is it his death you want, or your freedom?
Would you remain bound to a monster? Kralkatorik's fate suggests not.
He was in misery. It was a mercy.
Ah, he's why you fear yourself.
I could outrun a centaur.
Kralkatorik was unworthy of your pity or remorse. And so is my brother.
You know Primordius so well. Why do you need the Asura's research?
There are impediments. We are two faces of a coin. We cannot truly see each other. Not directly.
This is between you and him. Fire and ice in opposition. Balance. A prism isn't relevant.
You really don't understand your potential. Your power.
I have the power to heal.
You break, you refract, you reshape. The beauty is the irrelevance. You are altogether new.
I decide my purpose, and it isn't to destroy.
You'd let the beast inflict wounds just so you can heal.
Don't twist my words. I'm not a child. I will not be manipulated.
Well, even when you are determined to be contrary, Aurene, it's lovely to speak with you.
That's it? You'll take no for an answer?
I won't force her. That is not my way. I accept your answer. For now.
What do you...
Save it. They're gone. But in case you're wondering, they're not wrong.
I didn't ask your opinion.
Aurene, if there's no other option, will you act? Kill Primordius? Or Jormag if it comes to it?
I won't need to. There can be no balance if I get involved. Trust me, champion. There will be another way.
There will almost certainly not be another way. Alright, we got a letter. Let's see what the letter is. Let's leave, because obviously there's like stupid people in here.
Just got word there might be some destroyer activity near Ebonhawk. Who do we have there right now?
There must be an allied faction somewhere nearby. I'll see what I can muster.
And I'm in the field of ruin, dealing with what's left of the renegades. I can lend support.
Ah, if I may. A heavily armed char contingent approaching Ebonhawk with tensions being so high might be a bad idea.
You think tensions are so high they turn down help from their char allies?
You're not just any char, Krisha. You're an imperator. And you'd be the first imperator to set foot in that city.
Yeah, symbolism, fine. Do they want help saving their city or not?
Okay, Kaz, why don't you go to Ebonhawk first and soften the ground? Krisha, I'll meet you there.
Oh, how far we've come.
Yeah, I actually, I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, I guess you can take it or leave it. Like, I'm not going to say it's bad writing. It was unnecessary. Like, I think it's an unnecessary point of friction. I don't think the story benefits from it. So we did actually get a letter. Let's see what it says. I am Captain Thaddeus Soren of the Ebon Vanguard. I pray this message finds you with all due haste. Our scouts are reporting increased destroyer activity all around Ebonhawk. I fear it's only a matter of time before the Dragon of Fire and Destruction sets its sights on us. I know you have been spearheading Tyria's efforts to counter the ongoing Elder Dragon attacks. We fear Ebonhawk is next. Alright, well, that's a compelling argument to head to Ebonhawk and see if we can assist them. Try and help them fend off the destroyers again.
Commander, Krisha's securing the postern gate, but it's only a matter of time now. The destroyers are attacking already? Did you manage to call for reinforcements? I did. I received word of a number of allied factions in the area. Yeah, but will they get here in time is the question. Gotta trust them. But right now, we need to rally the locals. They don't want to fight? It's their city. They're just nervous having a Char Imperator fighting from the inside out. It's been 10 years since we signed that treaty. How much longer are we gonna have to put up with this? They're on our side, Commander. But this is new to them. They just need a little push. Come on, let's muster the troops.
Yeah, I don't, like, again, that whole piece, like, doesn't add to the story. I don't, there's nothing to be sympathetic of. There's nothing to, like the only position that the player can take on this is that, oh, this prejudice is bad. We don't need more of that out of ArenaNet. We just don't. We don't need more of that out of any studio. Like Bella and I are like really looking forward to playing Palia. I don't need that out of that game when that game comes out. At no point in time do we need like preachiness. It's the players don't benefit from it. So, and the story here doesn't benefit from it either. That's the bottom line. I don't understand why studios don't get that. Like, it really is dumbfounding. Nobody plays video game to be preached at. Nobody. Not a single person. In the entire world, there are exactly 0 people who want that. So, alright. How many people do we have following us around here? Can we get some of them to...
Talking some sense into these humans. Destroyer activities on the rise over here.
Feel the fury.
Alright, I don't know how many of these died and how many of them are actually following us, but let's get some up to the rescue point. We got to continue to get these folks to actually fight as well. As a mechanic here, as one of the 3 ways of generating, a morale boost, like, it's fine, whatever, I don't care. But as a story point, it's just so stupid. Is that all we got? Was 5 out of 15 there? That's awful. All right. There's a whole mess of them though right up ahead. So we'll see how many of them we can get up here.
It's tough to prosper nowadays, but we try.
Now what we're going to do, I think, is kind of jump ahead here and work our way back. And that way we can try and get as many of these as possible. If we move quick, hopefully we won't lose so many that it becomes problematic. Man, that takes a long time to get them to. There is going to be one later in Thunderhead Peaks, where it just takes a tremendous amount of time to do like the morale boost things. One of them is just like really horribly designed. It's not even worth the effort. We'll get to that when we get to it, though. Are we going to have time? Alright, we really need to move here. I don't know if we're going to have time for these, to get all these sympathizers to join the fight. And if we do, then I don't know we have time to get these civilians back, so... Let's see if we can get the civilians back. We should have more than enough civilians with us. But I don't think we're going to get the folks to join the fight. And we didn't get the... destroyers killed either, so
I have everything you need.
kind of a big fail all the way around there. Yeah, we're gonna end up with 14 out of 15 fighters rallied for battle. That's a disappointment.
Commander, the postern gate's fallen. Fall back. Kaz, where are those reinforcements?
There! The Sprit actually showed up. Looks like they might need some direction from us, though. Let's help them out.
You got something?
Nice work with the locals. Wasn't sure you'd be able to convince them I was here to help.
They weren't sure what to make of you. A lot of these people spent their lives trying to keep the Imperators out. But actions speak louder than words. And much louder than decade-old pieces of paper.
I'm done squinting at trees. If they can't see what I'm trying to do with the char, they aren't paying attention.
They are paying attention. That's why they're fighting with us.
Such worthless dialogue, honestly. I think the only thing it has going for it is that they still do, as they did with Bram and Timey, a decent job of like acknowledging two sides of an issue. That's fine, but it's in general just it doesn't feel good for the player.
Clear the air. I'll break you down. Feel the fury. I'll break you down. They'll have to hit much harder.
All right, well at least we see our mastery point for this one. Just on up ahead of us there.
Time to do some real damage. Ready for the next.
Who's this with us? Ah, just random archer. Oh, I probably should have dodged some of that.
We heal as one. Wither. Feel the fury.
These dragon response missions really end up feeling like such a chore. It's really unfortunate.
I'm on fire. Feel the fury. I'll break you down. Time to do some real damage. Advance.
I'm not playing well.
By the gods! It came from the center of the stronghold!
Alright, so this one's Destroyer of the Third Fortress. I have no idea what that's in reference to. Honestly, sounds like it's just some made-up stuff. Anyway, let's go with the Destroyer of the Third... What was it? Third Fortress here?
They'll have to get much harder.
Alright, so we should have... Yeah, there we go. So this one at least does have kind of an interesting mechanic. I will say that. I'm almost under the impression with the way these play, like they had different little teams work on different Dragon Response missions. And they have such a history of doing that. Like, there's something apparently I don't understand about like video game design on why you wouldn't just have a team for a type of content work exclusively on that type of content. And I think in ArenaNet, or in the past, ArenaNet has actually talked about like the fact that they used to do it that way and went away from it. I don't know whether they're doing it that way or not. But at the time they went away from it, they almost talked about it like it was somehow inefficient. I can't imagine how it could possibly be inefficient unless they were just so bad at planning that some teams were further behind than others because they did not plan far enough in advance the content that they wanted in the game. Thus, the teams that were responsible for specific type of content hadn't actually had like adequate time to work on that particular content. That's the like really genuinely like the best that I can figure, because it would seem like in the interest of utilizing your employees' expertise and strengths that you had a fractal team work on fractals. You know, and probably that would be the same team that was working on strikes or something, right? So you'd have that like end game instance content team, and then you'd have a story team, probably split between story, gameplay, and development, working on like your expansions, and then a narrative team, right? That was another thing they once said is like everybody contributes to narrative, and I thought that was about one of the most nonsensical things that I had ever heard in my life. Again, I'm not involved in video game design, so maybe there's like something that I really like don't know, because I can't think of like anyone taking their story seriously and saying let's all just pitch in and work on a story together. Like that sounds like the opposite of taking a story seriously, but maybe it's a norm in the video game community. Who knows? Anyway, point being, it definitely appears that these various Dragon Response missions were created by different people. Or, not created, but designed by different people. Because they have, like, different mechanics and different feel to them. You know, the stuff that you use to get your morale boost, like, isn't always... It not only is it not the same mechanic, because that's fine that it's not the same mechanic, but... like, it doesn't even feel like it has the same type of, like, concept in mind. Which you would like that, right? I think most players would probably say, well, conceptually, you know, like, it can be different things, but I want it conceptually to kind of work the same. Because that familiarity is going to help me kind of understand what's expected of me as I play more and more of the content. And ArenaNet's just incredibly bad about that. Alright, this one should be just about done. Thank God, right?
Well, looks like they're retreating.
Gosh.
Now. Everyone all right?
The stronghold stands, at least for another day.
Yeah. They're lucky we were all nearby, or this would have gotten out of hand real quick.
These people trust you, Krisha. You saw how they fought by your side.
Ugh, shut up, Casimir.
But the Treaty of Ebonhawk's 10 years old. It's time we moved past it.
Move past it? How?
Anyone can tear up a piece of paper, throw the world into disarray.
Another personal victory.
We either trust each other, or we don't.
I think today was a step in the right direction.
There's more to be done. But I think you're right. Thanks, Kaz. Commander.
So beyond the fact that it doesn't feel good to the player, it feels preachy. It also, like, with everything that's happened in Tyria and like the advancement of the story in general, right? So in other words, like all the different things, the Kryta and Tyria, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. The Char and the Silvari and everything. With all everyone's been to, for that still to be like a thing that they're falling back on from the story also doesn't seem like necessary or beneficial. There's also that. Okay, so I had really had the honest intention of getting all the way through Champions today, and I've already come to the realization that that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen because these Dragon Response missions just take longer, and there's like at least 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 left. We've done 4, and there's 4 left. So I'd be looking at least 2 more full videos today. And then there's also at least 1, 2 lengthy instances on top of that. Not going to happen. We're going to need another day to get through Champions. So when we come back tomorrow, we will pick it up and continue to move through Icebrood Saga. I am looking forward to Icebrood Saga being done because I'm looking forward to starting End of Dragons. It still feels like a long shot that I'm going to finish End of Dragons before Secrets of the Obscure launches, but there is a possibility if I move through it quick enough. And that would be really awesome to reach Secrets of the Obscure ready to play it for our story playthrough. Where are we at in terms of Icebrood Saga? Well, Jormag is really trying to put forth this like compelling argument that we should be working with them against Primordius. And I think the need now is evident to try and defeat Primordius, but does that warrant us partnering with Jormag? That's going to kind of be the primary question. And certainly when we come back to this tomorrow, we're going to get some very clear answers. And then we will move towards what is kind of a very sudden, like shockingly rushed conclusion to this portion of the story before we enter into Dragons. So we'll link up tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and wrap up Icebrood Saga. Thank you, and have a good Saturday.